Hello, back again. As promised, this time we will look into the stages on detail. Let's start with stage 1 of the UAE tour. These are 151 kilometers from Al Dafa Castle to Al Mifra. Or described with some different parameters, we talk about 130 kilometers through the desert with about 3 major changes of direction, and a final on a loop, which will go 18 kilometers up and down a single road with some roundabouts. Well, either there will be some crosswinds during the stage, or we will look at the final sprint from a bunch. So let's look at the finish. As I neither have a roadbook with an actual place of the finish line, nor is Google Street View working at Al Mifra, all I can show you is the map with a guess where, according to the race website, the finish line could be. It should be somewhere in the green area. The race will come up the big road on the left and then have between 1 and 3 roundabouts in the finale. As the roads look quite big here, no team should have any trouble to bring their rider into the position. So the big factor which can prevent the bunch sprint could be the wind. So let's look at the wind tomorrow. The forecast has 16 to 17 knots of wind from northeastern direction. This is on the lower side what would be needed to form some echelons. The wind direction is not a perfect one. You have some spots near the start or near the intermediate sprint where real side wind is coming, but after the intermediate sprint, the next turn brings back straight forward wind. This makes me think we won't see early splits due to the wind. The other option is that we have splits on the final loop, as the preparation for the final sprint has some heavy crosswind. After we cleared how the stage will look like, let's look at the teams who will play on the stage. At the time of my recording, Sunday afternoon, the start list is still lackluster. But let me rank the teams on what I can see so far. We have so far 10 teams with a respectable sprinter. The first group has a sprinter with a designated lead out. We have there Lusudal Quickstep with Millier. Second is Checo with Dylan Groenewegen. Third team here is Bora with Bennett and Van Poppel as a lead out. The other teams fighting for the lead out will be Lotto Destiny for Caleb Ewan, Groupama FDJ for Arnaud Demar, and Astana for Mark Cavendish. The second group is the one who tries to put their sprinter on a wheel and hope for the best. Here we have Gaviria for Movistar, who has only Torres, who could help him somehow in the final. The other strong sprinter of the last week without a real lead out is Sam Westford. Coy, Viviani, Mulano, and Bauhaus are also more likely to get dropped on another wheel. Out of the teams without a complete start list, only Alpecin has the chance to field a real sprinter here. So out of all the listed sprinters, who will I see winning here? My prediction sees one of the classic quick-step late crosswind moves we saw in the past. Even if rumors talked about Remco having no lead-out duties here, the final looks, from what I see, perfect for late lead-out split, which means riding that hard that you get relevant splits for the GC. For the result of the sprint, this won't have too much implication, as the most sprint teams are already at the front, this close to the final. With the full support of his team, Dylan Groenewegen is for me the fastest sprinter. Maybe Gaviria will be faster on the line, but he will come from too far behind as his team will struggle to give him a position. Third place will be Tim Millier. I mean, Quickstep is even trusting him that little that he didn't get Murkoff as his lead out. This was my prediction for the first stage. See you tomorrow when you hear me talking about the team time trial, or for the stage on Tuesday when I maybe can finally talk about how echelons are building up and what to do on it.